Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be attempting last year 2024 November paper. I advise that before you start even listening to the video, you go yourself, you attempt all the questions. Maybe you can attempt question 1, then come back to the video and see where you're how well you've done and where to correct. But please don't just do the video without ever attempting the questions independently first. So we are going straight into it. Question 1. Question says, simplify the following complex numbers and give the answers in standard form. 1.1.1. 1.1.1. I have 2 into 3 minus 4i and then squared. Okay, I'm going to reduce the size of my pen. It's a bit too big. All right, so that's our question. 2 into 3 minus 4i squared. All right, BODMAS says we start with brackets. So we have 3 minus 4i squared. We are going to open 2 brackets for the square bracket. 3 minus 4i into 3 minus 4i. We can multiply out our brackets. You go in using FOIL. So it's 3 times 3. That's 9. Excuse me, I forgot my 2 now. I should not leave my 2 out. 2 into 3 times 3, 9. 3 times negative 4i, negative 12i. Negative 4i times 3, negative 12i. Negative 4i times negative 12 is plus 16i squared. I am going to, before I multiply by the 2, I'm going to see how I can further simplify what's inside the bracket. I have 9. I have like terms negative 12 and negative 12, which add up. Negative 12i minus negative 12i, that's negative 24i. Then with the 16, the I squared is negative 1. Continue with the bracket. 2 into 9 minus 24i minus 16. For 16 times negative 1. They are like terms again. So I have 2 into 9 and negative 16 are like terms. Excuse me. Which is 9 minus negative 16 is minus 7. Minus 24i. Now I can multiply out the 2 by the 2. 2 times negative 7. That gives me negative 14. 2 times negative 24i. That gives me negative 48i. So that's done. You get your 4 marks as easily as that. All right, and our answer is in standard form as required. We are going to go to 1.1.2, where we have minus 3 plus j or I, 5 plus 5 plus 3 I, j. I'm used to I, so I'll still use I. All right, so if we are dividing complex numbers, our aim of simplification is to make sure that there is no I in the denominator. And to do that, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. So I'm going to have minus 3 plus I over 5 plus 3i. Multiply by the conjugate of the denominator, which is 5 minus 3i. over 5 minus 3i. Let's FOIL it. Negative 3 times 5, that's negative 15. Remember, we multiply straight, no? We multiply straight. Minus 3 times minus 3i, that will be plus 9i. I times 5, that's plus 5i. I times negative 3i, that's negative 3i squared. Filling the bottom, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times negative 3i is negative 15i. Then we come 3i times 5 is positive 15i. 3i times negative 3i, that's minus 9i squared. Right, so we're going to now add our like terms. I'm going to go this side now. Negative 15 has no like term at the moment. All right, then 9i plus 5i, that's 14i. Minus 3i squared is minus 1 over 25. The like term is minus 15i plus 15i, that's 0. So minus 9i squared. I'm going to change the I squared here to negative 1. All right, then you have negative 15 plus 14i plus 9 all over 25 plus 9. All right, so negative 15 plus 9, that will give me negative 6 plus 14i all over 25 plus 9 gives me 34. So if I want it in standard form with the simplest fraction, let's first write it in standard form. Negative 6, the 34 will be shared by the negative 6 and the 14i. So negative 6 over 34 plus 14i over 34. All right, so to simplify, they want it in the simplest fraction form, which is what you must always do if you get fractions like this. So you find the highest common factor of 6 and 34. That should be 2. So 2 into negative 6 goes thrice. 2 into 34 goes 17. Okay, apologies. Goes 17. Then plus the highest common factor of 14. And 34 is also 2. 2 into 14 goes 2. Then 2i. Then 2 into 34 goes 17 times. Then you have written it in standard form with the simplest fraction form. All right, there you go. Practice makes perfect. We are going to go to our, in the next lesson, I'll continue with 1.2 and 1.3.